Hello students, a very warm welcome to yet another exciting journey of learning English grammar. Well, let us quickly begin with the lesson. But before that, you are going to tell me what is the topic of the lesson. I can give you a clue and you can think about the topic. For example, there is a robber who runs before you and then you see him that he has looted the bank and he is running away. So after he runs away, there are the police who come and they check with you whether you saw the robber or not. You say yes, you have seen him. So the police would ask you to give details about the robber. So when you are doing so, what is the part of speech that you are using here? Can you guess? Yes, you are right, my dear students. You describe the robber for the policeman to catch. Yes, so we are going to learn about describing words. Describing words are nothing but the adjectives. So today we are going to learn about adjectives. For example, Rama is a tall boy, and in this sentence you can see that the Rama, who is a tall boy, has been described. So tall is the describing word or the adjective that is being used in the sentence. There is another example. America is a rich country. So this is in this sentence, rich is the adjective that has been used. So this was the meaning of an adjective. Now let us go further into the lesson and understand the kinds of adjectives. Kids, let's look at the kinds of adjectives. Here you have first one, adjectives of quality, then you have adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number. This adjective of number is further classified into definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective, distributive numeral adjective. Then the definite numeral adjectives is further classified into two kinds, that is cardinals and ordinals. Then you have demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjectives, possessive adjectives. So kids, now let us understand each one of them one by one. So kids, let's understand the first one, that is adjective of quality. So here these are adjectives which show the kind or quality of a person or thing is said to be adjective of quality. Example, Kolkata is a large city. So here we have underlined large because large is the adjective of quality. Let's move on to the next type, that is adjective of quantity. So this means, or this particular type or kind of adjective shows how much of number or how much number of a thing is meant. So it shows the number. Example, I ate some rice. So it talks about the quantity of the rice over here. Second one, he showed much patience. So here it says how much patience did the person show. So like that, this is the second type of adjective, that is adjective of quantity. Let's move on to the next one, that is adjectives of number. So in this kind of adjective, they are adjectives that show how many persons or things are meant, or in what order a person or thing stands. For example, there are three books on the table. So kids, I hope you understood the number. It actually tells us how many persons are meant or things are meant, or in what order a person or thing is meant. So students, the next one is the definite numeral adjective. This is one of the kind in the adjectives of number. So this one, these adjectives actually denote an exact number. For example, I have 5 notebooks. So here they are talking about the noun in number. So how many will be the question asked. Now This definite numeral adjectives is further classified into cardinals and ordinals, which is this. Cardinals, for example, 1, 2, 3, etc. and ordinals is the position of the thing or a person, that is first, second, fifth, etc. The next one is the indefinite numeral adjective. This kind of adjectives do not denote any exact number. For example, all, many, few, several, etc. The next one is the distributive numeral adjective. These adjectives which refer to each one of the member. So kids, the next one is distributive numeral adjectives. These are adjectives which refer to each one of a number. For example, each boy must take his turn. The next example is India expects every man to do his duty. So this way we completed the three. What did we learn about the definite numeral adjective? It denotes the exact number. For example, I have 3 notebooks. So this is definite numeral adjective. Indefinite does not denote an exact number. They just talk generally about few, many, several. For example, I have few ripe mangoes. And then we have the distributive numeral adjective, which shows each or which denotes each one of a number. Example, each boy must take his turn. So kids, I hope you have understood the 3 kinds of adjectives of number, and we also know that definite numeral adjectives is further classified into cardinals and ordinals. Cardinals refers to the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. and ordinals refer to the position, that is first, second, third, fifth, 10th, etc. For example, Sunday is the first day of the week, and then we have February is the second month of the year. So these are the positions of the things. So kids, let us move on to the next kind, that is demonstrative adjectives. Students, the next one is the demonstrative adjectives. These are adjectives that point out which person or thing is meant. So it points out at a particular thing or person. For example, this boy is stronger than Hari. That boy is industrious. Now the next one is interrogative adjectives. These adjectives ask questions like what made you do this? For example, what manner of man is he? And then we have the possessive adjectives, which means or which shows the possession. For example, his name is Harsh. So over here his is the possessive adjectives. So they talk about possessions. Give me my book. So my over here is the possessive adjective. Kids, now let us understand the next topic under the lesson, adjectives, that is attributive and predicative use of adjectives. So what is attributive? It is when the adjective is just next to the noun. That time it becomes attributive, and when it is in the predicate part of the sentence, then it becomes predicative. So look at the examples there. A big black horse stood in the compound. The horse was big and black. So in the sentence 1, the adjective big and black are juxtaposed with the noun horse, which they go. In sentence 2, the adjectives big and black are not near the noun or near the noun horse and help to form the predicate. So that's way first one is attributive and the second one is predicative. So kids, the next topic is formation of adjectives. Now how can we form adjectives from the noun? So here we just need to add some suffixes in order to make an adjective from the noun. For example, fashion, the answer will be adding the suffix able, that is fashionable, and then you have boy, boyish, here we have added the suffix ish, and then we have dirty, adding alphabet Y to the noun dirt. So this way you can form many adjectives from the noun. So there are some sort of suffixes that you need to add in order to make the noun an adjective. Children, now I want you all to look at the examples mentioned on the green board. It says Rama's mango is sweet. So which is the adjective here in the sentence? Yes, you are right, it is sweet. Hari's mango is sweeter than Rama's. So which is the adjective over here? Yes, you are right, it is sweeter. Then the last one, Govind's mango is the sweetest of all. So which is the adjective here? Yes, you are right, that is sweetest. So if you note here in these examples, there is the adjective sweet which is written in 3 ways or in 3 forms. So this is nothing but the degrees of comparison. So in the first one, when you observe, it simply states the quality of the mango, right? And it is called positive degree. And then the second one, we are comparing the mango with the mangoes of 2 students or 2 children. So here the type is called, or the degree is called comparative degree, because we are comparing Hari and Rama's mangoes in the second sentence, right? And the last one is the superlative degree. The superlative degree because it is among all the children whose is the sweetest. So this form, the sweetest of all, because we have compared more than 2 and we have taken the complete one out of all the mangoes, we have chosen one which is the most sweetest. So here the sweetest is the superlative degree. So kids, let's understand the positive, comparative and superlative degrees once again. The positive degree of an adjective is the adjective in its simple form. It is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of what we speak about. It is used when no comparison is made. Okay. Then the second one is the comparative degree of an adjective denotes a higher degree of the quality than the positive and is used when 2 things or sets of things are compared. For example, this boy is stronger than that. Which of these 2 pens is the better? The superlative degree of an adjective denotes the higher degree of the quality and is used when more than 2 things or sets of things are compared. So this boy is the strongest. Now children, let's look at the formation of comparative and superlative degrees. So kids, you look at this examples now. Most adjectives of 1 syllable and some of more than 1 form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est to the positive degree. So what are we doing here? We are going to add er in order to make a positive adjective to comparative degree, and we are going to add est to make a superlative degree. Okay, so these words which are going to be made into comparative and superlative degrees are nothing but 1 monosyllabic words like sweet, small, tall, kind, etc. So first one, if you look at the example, it is sweet, sweeter, sweetest. So we are adding ter, we are adding est to make superlative degree. Small, smaller, smallest. So we are adding er to make comparative degree, and the last one superlative degree by highlighting est, by adding est. Next, tall, taller, tallest. Kind, kinder, kindest. So students, the next one is when the positive ends in e, only r and st are added. For example, brave. So here if you see, the word is ending with a letter e, right? Then you have fine, F-I-N-E, the letter E. So whichever word which ends in letter E, you can change it to the comparative degree by adding R, and by adding ST we can make the superlative degree. For example, brave, braver, bravest, fine, finer, finest, white, whiter, whitest, wise, wiser, wisest. So kids, the next one is when the positive ends in Y preceded by a consonant, the Y is changed into I before adding ER and EST. So what is it telling here? It tells that whichever word is ending with a Y. So here if you look at the examples, happy, easy, heavy, so they all end with a Y letter, right? So now in this Y, before this Y letter there should be a consonant. So there is a consonant here by P, S and V. So what happens, we are going to remove the Y from the positive degree and make it I, and then write ER to make comparative degree, and then here in superlative degree we are going to remove the Y, add I and write EST. So if you look at the examples completely, happy, happier, happiest, easy, easier, easiest, heavy, heavier, heaviest. So kids, the next one is when the positive is a word of one syllable and ends in a single consonant preceded by a short vowel, this consonant is doubled before adding ER and EST. Now what does this mean? It means that here at the end of the word there is D, okay, and this is not a consonant, but before this D there is a letter E, that is a short vowel. So these monosyllabic words which has a short vowel followed by a consonant are going to be doubled, for example, or what it means, that is the consonant is going to be doubled and ER is added, and then in the superlative degree the consonant is doubled and EST is added at the end. For example, red, redder, reddest, big, bigger, biggest. So you can see how G is doubled here, B-I-G-G-E-R. Here also it is doubled and EST is written in order to make a superlative degree. Hot, hotter, hottest. So here adjectives of more than two syllables form the comparative and superlative degree by putting more and most before the positive. So here if you see beautiful, so this is a polysyllabic word, so that is beautiful. So 3 syllables it has, so it's more than 2. So such words can be written as comparative degree by adding more and superlative degree by adding most. For example, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, industrious, more industrious, most industrious. And then there are some irregular degrees of comparisons, that is positive, you can see here, is good, well, comparative will be better, and the superlative will be best. Then you have bad, evil, ill, then worse, then you have worst, little, less, least. So these were the words which do not follow any rules, they are simply irregular comparisons. Students, there are some confusing adjectives or the adjectives which are often confused. So they are later and latest refer to time, that is latter and last refer to the position. So if you say later, I will go later, or I will be the latest one to come. So this is referring to the time, and latter is and last is referring to the position. So former means before and latter means after that. For example, he is later than I expected. I have not heard the latest news. Then we have elder, older, eldest, oldest. So here listen, elder and eldest are used only of persons, not of animals or things, and they are now confined to members of the same family. Elder is not used with than. Then older and the oldest are used of both persons and things. So we are using elder and eldest only with persons, older and oldest with both persons and things. For example, John is my elder brother, Tom is my eldest son. So kids, it's now time to wind up the lesson, but before we do that, let's look at the mind map. So today we learned adjectives, we learned the definition of adjective, we learned its kinds. So what did we learn under kinds? We learned that there are 6 types of or 6 kinds of adjectives. They are adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number. Now the adjectives of number is further classified into 3 kinds, that is definite numeral adjectives, indefinite numeral adjectives, distributive numeral adjectives. And we have noted that definite numeral adjectives is further classified into 2 kinds, that is cardinals and ordinals. The next one is demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, and the last one is the possessive adjective. Then we have understood about the attributive and the predictive form of the adjectives, and then we learnt comparison of adjectives, we learnt the rules of comparison, and we learnt with the examples. We also learnt the comparison, degrees of comparison of positive, comparative and superlative degree. So kids, it's now time for me to leave, and we shall meet again in the next video. Until then, you all take care and happy learning.